Buy the crypto bottom with conviction. That's what we're going to talk about today. I know we're all beaten and we're all down and we're all like, oh my God, what's going to happen? Should I long now or should I sell or should I short? There are tweets going around that says that you're too late to short, too late to sell, and too early to buy. So what to do exactly? This is going to be the most important show you watch this week and probably early next week as well. Guys, I am extremely thrilled to be here. I want to make this a regular show every Saturday, not just a pre-record. We're going to drop that during the week. But I want to come here with you, and especially times like these that are difficult on all of us, and that is very, very generational buying opportunities are coming on the corner. And these times, I want to be here with you. Thank you so much for being here on this beautiful Sunday. What is it? It's not even Sunday. It's Saturday. I'm just on gummies. Guys, if you like this, subscribe to this channel. Smash the like button. Please really hit that like button. It really does help me, help the channel. Please do smash the like button. It takes you 2 seconds, but actually makes a lot of difference for us. Let's jump into it. As always, what I'm going to do, I'm going to talk about daily news. I'm going to talk about the market analysis. I'm going to look at the market, total market cap. We're going to look at Bitcoin. We're going to look at all the altcoins. We're going to look at what trades we took this week. We're going to analyze that. I'm going to do a Q&A because I think it's super important to connect with you guys. That's what I do all day, every day on Twitter as well. Just connect with you guys. And then we're just going to jump into your token requests. You can have all the tokens that you want to analyze. Just pop it in the comment later and I'm going to look at them as well. If you don't know me, my name is Fefe and I'm literally here to help you make money. I onboard millions into crypto in this bull market, but at the same time, I'm a seasoned trader. I'm going to help you navigate these markets. Let's jump into it. First things first. Look at these beautiful Benton bubbles. Look at it. Are you happy, cuz? Are you happy about the Benton bubbles? Looks good, eh? Are you happy about the weekly though? It's looking a little bit different. But guys, we are close to the bottom. I actually can tell you the TLDR, if you're like Fefe, like Saturday, I don't have time for this shit. I'm gonna tell you my TLDR. My TLDR is that don't buy yet. Don't buy yet. We need confirmation for long in positions. If you are a trader, if you were talking about leverage, if you're talking about short-term trades, if you, however, are not positioned in spot, you're making a mistake, in my opinion. Nothing in this show is financial advice, but that's just what I think, okay? The weekly looking horrible, the monthly looking even worse, the yearly looking beautiful, to tell you the truth, and the daily is also looking absolutely gorgeous. Now, let's jump into it. I made this tweet not so long ago, and I said, I'm begging you not to quit now, and I genuinely am begging you not to quit now. We are at the level I've been calling for weeks. The reversal is soon. This is the time you can make hundreds of thousands of dollars from a couple of $1,000s with 1 or 2 leverage long positions. Huge show today. I actually had a show and this is what I tweeted before. I mean it. I mean it that this is the time. You've been begging. Everybody was literally, when Bitcoin was up at 73,000, I've seen hundreds of messages and posts every single day. Oh, I wish I bought at 60. Oh, I wish I bought at 58. And now we're here and everybody's like, fuck, crypto is dead. I'm done. Like, guys, you have to make up your minds. Everything, as Warren Buffett says, buy when there is blood on the streets. Everything, every crypto millionaire, they hasn't been made in the bull. They didn't make their money in the bull. They made their money in the bear. Why? Because they bought. They bought when everybody was selling. Here's a clip I want to play you. Now, you, class of 2024, I want you to just pop it in the comments if you are a class of 2024. If you joined crypto this year or maybe mid last year or whatever, I want to know how many of you are new to this whole thing. I really want to know. Pop it in the comments. I'm going to look at the comments very, very soon. I just want to know how many of you are new. But if you are new, I want to show you this clip, okay? I want to show you this clip because this is I watched this clip the other day and I think it's just absolutely incredible. So check this.
This one time, Bitcoin went from 6 cents all the way to
9 years ago.
Cents, down to 21 cents. And then another time, Bitcoin went from 85 cents all the way to $29, and then it crashed to $3. And then another time, Bitcoin went all the way to $213, and then it crashed all the way to $70. And then another time, Bitcoin went all the way to $1,100, and then it crashed all the way to $239. So the moral of the story is don't buy Bitcoin because you know it's going to crash again.
So the moral of the story, don't buy Bitcoin. You know it's going to crash again. Obviously, it's sarcasm. Obviously, it's a joke. But you can't expect, I know a lot of people come into crypto and they're like, we are only going to go up. Like that's the whole idea behind the crypto. It's like behind crypto. It's like you buy it, it's just next day you cash out 200%. That's not how it works. How it works, in fact, is that you have to go through massive drawdowns before you can make generational buying opportunities. For example, Miles says here, this is one of the most obvious long-term setups I've seen. Short-term, Mt. Gox selling, German selling, whatever. Longer term, Bitcoin, Ethereum ETFs, and Solana ETFs, and other ETFs. Elections coming up this year. Major political shifts regarding crypto. 16 billion FTX payout coming to consumers actually very soon. I also wrote, I promise you within 6 months, you will feel horrible for not buying. And I just listed some of the coins. Bitcoin at 56,000. I actually wanted you to bookmark this because Bitcoin at 56,000, Ethereum is 3,000, Solana 125. You might already regret these, actually. Like Solana is at 140 almost. So but in 6 to 8 months, I promise you, guarantee you, if you are not buying spot here, you will regret it. Now, it's difficult to buy, and I understand. I understand that it is difficult to buy because the market sentiment is, especially if you're new, and I see a lot of people actually new. Julieta, give it up for this fantastic human being here. Absolute legend in the house. And she's right. Nitro Bunny is here as well. Absolute legends. So it's absolutely, it's difficult and it's uncomfortable to buy. Even to people like, I mean, in some of the groups that people are, I've been here in crypto since 2016. And some of the guys who I talked to have been here for quite some time now, even longer than I've been. They are uncomfortable to buy. And that's a great idea. And before you now go into your whatever account and you start buying, because Fefe said so, hold onto your horses and wait for the show, because I don't think this is the time to start trading yet, but I think it's worth taking upon when we're talking about spot. Fear and Greed Index is down to 26. This did not happen since like 2020 probably. 2020, 2019, 2020. Very beaten up. Sometimes sentiment is at panic and anger while this cycle is going like previous ones. So this shows you that you had the halving, what happened after a little bit of dip and a massive run. Same thing, halving, little bit of dip, massive run. Same thing, halving, little bit of dip, what happens? But here's the interesting part. It's actually not going like the previous ones because the corrections this cycle are much smaller. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because class of 2024, first of all, welcome to the party. Like, I'm going to give it up to you. I know it was brutal, because everybody was calling for higher institutions and whatnot, and you thought like it's easy money, and you made it through. Don't quit now. But if you look at this, 2016, 43% correction, 40% correction. 2017, bull market, 34% correction, 40% correction. This is the top of the bull market, 40% correction, 41%, 31%. And then again in 2021, 23, 15, 32, 23, 26. Compared to these corrections that we see now in 2024, nothing. Like 20, 22%, 22%, 22%, 25%, the current correction down, which is still nothing compared to the previous levels. What is interesting and important to know is that even though there were corrections, number one, look how short they were. Number two, they recovered. And number three, they didn't matter in a larger scheme of things. It did matter because you got liquidated on your leverage account and whatnot, but otherwise it didn't matter. Now, smart money understands this. And while you are shitting your pants and thinking, holy crap, what did I really do? Did I really buy Bitcoin? How am I going to explain this to my mother? How am I going to explain? How many of you say that? Just sitting there, hey, I can't even tell my girlfriend I bought Bitcoin at 70K. I know, bro. I've been there 2 times. I know. I've been there. And the only thing I can tell you is hold on to your pants because smart money is buying. This is the proof. There is someone on Binance and on Coinbase continuously buying Bitcoin. And I'm talking, there was a buy for over $1 billion the other day. $1 billion buy on Coinbase. There is someone who literally yesterday bought, today, bought $184 million worth of Bitcoins. Just random, okay? While we're here, sitting our pants, smart money, big money is buying. Who is also buying, which is interesting, and I give it up for them as well, is that the Bitcoin ETF inflows were 143 million, even though the dump. So actually the first proper correction was bought by the ETF. So the ETF, the 𝗙𝗢𝗙𝗙𝗙𝗙 bought the dip, which is absolutely huge. Guys, if you like this content, I just want to remind you that there's a tiny little bit of like button on the bottom. If you want to support this channel, if you want to support me, if you want to see more of me coming here every Saturday, the only thing I ask you is to smash that like button. Literally, it takes you a second. I'm going to show you in a second how to do that. But takes you a second. It really does help the channel. And also, please subscribe. It really warms my heart when I see we have 800 people, which is, I'm so happy. But also, we have 185 likes. Please, please, please smash and obliterate the like button. It helps, and I appreciate you. What is interesting here is that Ren says, this is amazing news. In the first real crash, the ETFs actually bought the dip. They didn't panic sell. Well, we have to see that, but I think that with this inflows, 143 million, definitely show that there is buying pressure coming in from the ETF. Now, I wanted to show you one more tweet that I made, and that was about. Do you remember when CryptoMan made insane money with simple 10x long position? I'm telling you, we're almost there to take similar positions for the next leg up. You need 3 things. And then I just wrote that. Okay, so what I retweeted this tweet from him, which is December 20th, 2023. He made 5,000% on his 10x long position. It's not like a 150x leverage position. It's a 10x position. How? Well, the way he did it is he timed the market perfectly. And when everybody was selling Sol, he was buying. And I remember him saying in the group as well, he was like, I'm going to take a position. And he made, I don't know if it's public or not, I don't know, but he made like you could have made from $1,000, you could have made 100, 200, no, you could have made, $200,000. A lot of money if you get it right. And this is an example for me. And these opportunities are coming up right now. Let's talk about the charts a bit, but I want to jump into the Q&A a little bit and just connect with you guys because I think it's super, super important. So this is how I wanted to show you, we're going to talk about charts, but I wanted to show you that I have a trading channel where I bring you these shows every single day, and it's called the 100x Club. Now, there is a link in the description, so if you go down on the bottom of this show, there is a link in the description to the 100x Club. It's a BantaFam channel that I'm on every single day doing these shows. You scroll down here and it says here, subscribe to Fefe's trading channel. It's the 100x Club. And I bring you this show every single day with news, with charts, with trades. And the reason why it's also worth subscribing is because this is one of the guys who took the trade that I posted. I'm going to go into that later. And made almost 600%. It was recently. So it's not true that you can only make money and you have to wait for the bull to start kicking off and the markets to pick up to make money. That's not the way to do it. You can make money all the time. Why I'm saying that is because how we take comments on there and how we do the Q&A is the following. And don't laugh now, or laugh now, whatever you want to do. So this is the way we do it there. And I'm going to bring you the comments up here, and I want to connect with you. I really want to see who is doing what's happening. Fefe at the top G, thank you so much. What's up, Rob? I see you. Meta Taco, Sol. Yes, we're going to talk about Solana as well. What's up, Joy King? What's happening? Sup, bro? What's happening, man? What's happening? Time to go long. Not yet, in my opinion. G, nice to see you here. I learned the hard way, never to buy on the weekend. Yes, as Ren says, never trust a weekend direction. And what Ren says, never trust the weekend pump and the drunk correction, but whatever that is, it doesn't even matter. Anyway, weekend alpha, yes, great show, Fefe, holding strong. Thank you so much. I'm happy you're holding strong. Weekend alpha, yes. What's up, Kyle? All good, bruv. All good. I look a little bit better than Kyle. I love Kyle a lot, but I look a little bit better, to tell you the truth. But my name is Fefe. It's a pleasure meeting you. You can see me up here. You can find me on Twitter. You got to follow me. I bring you awesome stuff. John Mimka inside the bomb. We can talk about it. How's your hamster doing? Good. Yes, nice. Do I need to buy now or wait? On spot, I genuinely think that you should be positioned. If you are not positioned on spot, I think you're making a mistake. Whether you want to take the generational longs, I would wait for a daily confirmation. I'm going to talk about that in a second. So they're saying, lol, Fefe, that man. Cole Kyle is good. He's cute. He's a cutie boy. Always brings the best alpha. Thank you so much. Susu, nice seeing you around here. Good morning. Good morning. So hard to sit on hands right now. Yes, it is. Especially if you know you have these quick fingers where you just want to click and buy. And actually today I came in and I was like, I'm going to take a short position on Solana. I was like, what are you even thinking? What are you even thinking? So I didn't take that. Hello from Slovenia. Zdravo. Rate cuts soon. Yes, probably it's coming. Fefe, the man. Yes. Okay, cool. So I think it's time for us to jump into the place where you actually smash the like button. I'm not even kidding. We have like 900 people watching. I know I shouldn't be doing this on this channel, but I'm gonna do it anyway. If you want the charts, my cousin is laughing here. If you follow my channel, you know that I've got my cousin here. He's just running the show with me. So if you want more alpha, I need to get to 400 likes. That's like, we have 900 people watching and only 300 likes. It's unacceptable. And I'm drinking air. Look at this. I'm drinking air. Look. Air is delicious. But I want you to smash the like. It takes you 2 seconds. And then we can proceed. So Zdravo. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Thank you so much. Went all in. Mistake in my opinion. Okay, guys. Let's go. Let's go. Let me look at the market, because I think it's super important. I want to bring some of the thoughts here that I shared on the 100x Club. And the reason why I'm bringing it here, not only because to push 100x Club, but also because I like transparency and I like to show you what I've been saying previously. So 10 days ago, I've said this. It's about the total market cap, and total market cap is at 2.217. It's the current price on total market cap when we're talking about this. And here's what I said. And see you in hell. So close below 2.168, and we're going down big time, in my honest opinion, down to the 1.8 trillion region, so what I said is that if we break this line here, 1.27, 1.24, which was the 4-hour low, 10 days ago, what I said is if we break this, then on the following days, I said we're going to have a retest that was marked here, and then we're going down. Now, since that level, the total market cap went down 12%, which obviously obliterated all the altcoins and Bitcoin. So I've actually been expecting this dump for quite some time now, and I do expect a little bit more lower for us to take a confirmation, but we'll talk about that in a second. Here's what I said about the bounce on the total. As you see, if you go down in the lower time frame, you will see this quite decent bounce, actually, up to 7%. And when we were down here at around 1.94 trillion, this is what the problem is, that it has to come back 50% on the daily, and that's exactly at these regions. So we can easily see the market cap coming back here, rejecting, and then just moving back lower, and then spiking through that 1.84 and that 1.85 trillion that we need to see in order to. So what I said is that we're gonna see a pump from there. We're gonna see a push from this level up to this region. Why I don't have my mark in here, but this is what I've drawn, and I was expecting it to come. I'm still expecting it to come back about 2.1 trillion region, and then reject from there. Again, we're going to talk about as well. But what I was saying is that we do have a pump coming. But the reason why the pump is coming is not because of the reversal, in my honest opinion, but because it's just coming for a retrace to something called a premium zone, where smart money and institutions are taking their position, clearing their positions, and taking or adding to their shorts. And that could send the market lower. We're going to talk about that in a second as well. Yeah, let's talk about this, because this is the very important, and I'm going to look at all the other coins. Well, number one, here is what I say. I trade something different. I don't use any indicators. It might be a little bit confusing at first, but I want you to bear with me. Trading is not simple. It's not a very easy game where you can learn it overnight. And if you want to read the market like pros do, you need to put in the effort. So I'm going to try to boil it down as simply as possible, but some things might not be obvious, and this is why I urge you, among other things, to go and check out my trading channel down at the bottom, where I explain all this in detail. But what I want to tell you is the following. Markets work in a way, markets are driven by, the markets are basically designed to take money away from retail. Okay? So that's just what it is. Smart money, institutions taking money away from retail, who think they can outsmart the markets, and they can't. So if you understand that, you have to understand how these algorithms work. You have to understand how the market reacts. You have to understand how smart money thinks, okay? And the way they operate is They want you to believe exactly the opposite. That's what's about to happen. And they build up liquidity to do that. So a lot of times you might have heard that there is a trend line and you can trade the trend line. A lot of times it might work, but a lot of times it doesn't. Why it doesn't work? Because this is called the trend line liquidity. The market makers know exactly that as you long here, you put your stop loss down here. As you long here, you put your stop loss down here. As you long here, you put your stop loss down here. And it's a clear zone for them to take that liquidity, meaning stop losses, liquidate people, get their positions in, and then just send the market higher. A lot of times we see that. Now, what I'm trying to say here is the following. If you look at this chart, you have to map out something called the premium and discount zones. Markets always retrace 50%. If you pull this leg, for example, let me show you the daily chart on the 2021 bull run. If you look here, you pull the Fibonacci from the very bottom here, and you put it on to the top. You can pull it from here, but there was 50% retrace here, but it doesn't matter. You pull it from the bottom to the top, you see that there was a major correction down to like 60-something percent, 55%, and then a reversal from there in 2021. Why? Because on a larger scheme of things, the orders needed to be cleared. It had to come back to the, so to say, discounts on everything below the 50%, by the way, is the discount. Everything above is the premium. It had to come back for the market makers to get their buys in, clear everything up here in premium, get their prices in, and send it much higher. And it goes exactly the other way as well. So if you look at this, you can say, okay, so I needed to see a reversal on every leg. So for example, here I see it comes back 50. Or if I pull all the way down here, you see it comes back 50. Then this leg is clear. Then I see it again. I say from the bottom to the top, I get this leg down here. It comes back to the 50% clearance and then goes lower. So markets always retrace to 50%. What we see right now is the following. We did not have a 50% retrace on the weekly. So the exact same way that we see this here, this massive pump in 2021, we see very similar thing right here on the daily, right? And when you see that, you know that at some point there needs to be a 50% retrace, which is actually extremely bullish for the market. Why? Because if you don't have these clearances, if smart money doesn't clear, at some point they will. And if it's too late, then we might be clearing into the bear market, okay? Now, here's the thing. We need to retrace to the 50%, in my opinion. This is what I explained on the other day when I said if we break this 2.174, we're going to go lower. This is why, because I think we're going to clear the discount zone on the daily. Now, because we are about to do that, you can look here and by pulling the fib, you get and marking the 50% level only. So if you like pull the normal Fibonacci and just go into the fib here, you will be able to see. I just put an alert here as well because obviously that's an important level. But if you click here, you just want to leave the 0, the 0.5, and you want to leave the 1. That's how you mark basically this 50% retrace, and you can pull it on all legs. So if you do that, then the next best thing after pulling a fib that you can do is to subscribe to the channel. All jokes aside though, like I really want you to subscribe to the channel and smash the like button, guys. I know we have 1,000 people watching and only 400 likes. Come on. I mean, I know we can do better. Seriously. We come here, give you free alpha. This thing should be like, this is the best thing you can see online, in my opinion. I'm giving it completely for free, coming here on Saturday, missing family time. Please smash the like. Okay, that's not what I wanted to push. What I wanted to push is this. So here's the problem. We did not come back all the way down to the weekly discount level. So what I just explained, we didn't come back down. We didn't come all the way down to the discount level, which is, by the way, laying at 1 point. Let me just mark this here. It's around 1.85, okay? 1.85. It's around 1.85 trillion. That's where we need to hit. That's where we need to hit. Fefe has jokes. you just gotta come for my jokes, brother. You just gotta come for my jokes. I like your hat, by the way, or cap. I like it. So you gotta come. I'm gonna come. Fuck. This is Kamala Harris and then Trump and all that. Anyway, Bitcoin has to come down, and total market cap has to come down at 1.85. No, the total market cap has to come down to the weekly equilibrium, which is 1.85 trillion. Okay, that's the level. Just remember this. This is where it has to come down. The only way we're not gonna come down here, if we reverse for any magical reason, we reverse from this level before. Why could that happen? And I'm going to go into detail how to trade this, but why could that happen is because if you look at the daily chart, you have to identify these major levels, right? That had impact on the market. And if you identify, I actually drawn this on my show the other day. But if you have a low here, and then you have a high here, and then you have a low here, which is also a 50% retrace, and then you have a high without having a retrace, you see? So this is what I'm saying. Like from here, there is no retrace. It doesn't come back 50. So you need that 50 to come back, right? But this is on the higher time frame. If you look at it on the daily chart, you have to consider every level that created an impact on the chart. And this level right here is a very, very, very strong POI. We call it a point of interest, an area where demand kicked in, where for whatever reason, that level was very tempting for a lot of people, smart money institutions, whatever that is. And that level is down here between 1.8 and 1.5 trillion region, right? So if I say this level is relevant and it took liquidity from major levels, I can just pull my FIP from here and see the premium discount zone from there as well. So technically, we are in the daily discount area down here. And that means we could see a reversal without coming back to the weekly. It would be devastating for the long term, but for the short term, it would give us a relief rally. Everything I'm going to say, and the whole title of it, don't fuck this up. The way to fuck this up is one, you can long way too early, you can short way too early, and without waiting for confirmations. How do you trade this and what confirmations you should look for? Here's what I'm looking at. Number one, we have to come down to the 1.85 trillion region. That's no question. That means before breaking a high, we have to come down to the 1.85. What is the high that we got to look for? The high that Gummy gives us. But anyway, we have to look for a high. This is the market structure that you want to look for in the 4 hour. This is the high. This is I don't want to go into details, but just trust me, bruv. That's my source. This is the high. This is the low. This is the proper high. This is the low. This is the high. And then all the way down we go here. And then this is my low. This is my low. This is my high. And then you've got the low down here. What does that mean? That puts us into a range that I have drafted here as well. This is our range. This here. This is our current range. I'm sorry to pop your bubble, but to tell you the truth, we can range in this for weeks, for months, whatever. Until we break this range, which means between 2.3 trillion and 1.9 trillion, we're in a range. It doesn't matter. You can take internal trades on a 15-minute chart and whatever. You can do that, and people will make money and will drive you crazy that they're making money, but no one really knows where we're heading from here. Two ways to identify. I personally think that we're building up liquidity. This is what I explained on the show that I showed you the clip. I personally think we are building up liquidity, as you see here. It'll probably do something like this. We'll push a little higher, and without breaking this 2.3 trillion mark, I think we're going to reject, come lower, have one more big dagger down, which will be like a proper capitulation, and then it will probably happen something like this, by the way. Liquidation, initiation, we have a higher high, which I call a market structure shift. We shift the market trend. We establish a 4-point structure, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we simply make new all-time highs. We're so close to this, and this is where you can make the 5,000% trades from. This is the level where you can make the 5,000% trades from, okay? So number one to look for is a break above the 2.29 trillion region. If we can see on the 4-hour chart, if we can actually on the daily as well, I do believe. Yeah, on the daily as well. Yeah, on the daily as well, yes. If you see a proper break above the 2.2829, let's say $2.3 trillion mark on the total market cap, like this, like a proper, it's not just a wick, it's a proper break and close above that level, you can start taking long positions because that confirms the reversal of the trend and that confirms that we are going for all-time highs. I'm telling you, if you break above the 2.3, we are taking new all-time highs. If, however, we break below the current low, which is at 1.9 trillion, we have to see what high was responsible for the break on that. So, for example, if we see, let me just take this. I'm going to show you something cool. You can do this kind of ghost charts where you can just copy this out and then you have this here, which is pretty cool. This is the same thing, and I can just move it here. Anyway, let's assume that we come back. This is what I actually think is happening. We'll come back to 50, somewhere here, around here in the premium zone. And we reject from there. that means that this high will be the new high. Now, I will not be able to update you here. I will be able to update you on Twitter. So it's up there. You can see my Twitter handle, 𝗙𝗢𝗙𝗙𝗦. You gotta follow me there. And also, I do have a trading channel. There is a link in the description. If you go down lower here, there is a link in the description here which says subscribe to Fefe's trading channel. If you like this content, I do invite you to go there. It's actually pretty freaking cool. I bring you amazing alpha every single day. I warned you about this whole dump when no one else was talking about it. So it's definitely worth going and checking it out. But if we do pull down here, I will not be able to update you, but then don't take this high. Don't say, if Fefe said 2.3 trillion, I'm saying you got to take the high, okay? You got to take the high that caused the massive dump, okay? So if we're going to have one more spike up and we're going to make a new low, you got to identify what high made that and then play that when that breaks. That's going to be your level to take long positions in the market. And if we can get that from the 1.85 or below the 1.85 trillion mark, guys, I know that a lot of you wrote that you haven't been here before, okay? I know a lot of you wrote that you're class 2024. You know nothing, Jon Snow. That's what I can tell you. What is about to come will melt your faces. I promise you. I promise you. Just the only way to get to losing crypto right now is to capitulate, to say, fuck this, I lost, I'm not going to get back in, and to play with leverage, right? So you wreck yourself. So pay attention, and I'm telling you the opportunities here. Don't quit now, because these can be, you can put up $100 on a 5x leverage trade when we get down to the 1.85 trillion and make a higher high, and you can make 3,000% of that. I'm not kidding. So please don't quit now and listen to what I'm saying. Okay, so this is about the total market cap. How does this relate to all the other tokens? We can look at all the other tokens, but I want to connect with you once more again. So I'm going to just pop into my magical studio right here. And I wanted to tell you, if this thing sounds like voodoo to you, let me tell you something. I do this every single day. I do voodoo. And I know Rand calls my charts voodoo, but it works. I'm telling you, it works. So it's worth subscribing. Subscribe to the channel. Smash the like button if you like this content. If you don't like this content, just don't smash the like, and then I know I shouldn't come back here and give you this alpha. And yeah, if you do, just let me know, because I'm going to look at comments right now. Cool. Cuz, what do you think? How do we do? How are we doing? Good? Cuz approved. Cuz approved. You're helping me melt my face, Fefe. I'm so happy. Like the smash button, fam. Dre is always pulling this on us. Always pulling this on us. Love, much love. We need more fresh meat. Voodoo, that's what's up. That's what's up. Talk about high finance, please. High five finance, please. LFG. What's up with Ada? Dead. I think it's dead. We're gonna look at it. Fefe live on 100x after this. Why not? We can look at it. Why not? We can look at it. Voodoo baby, 𝗙𝗘𝗙𝗙𝗙. Shout out for you to all you do on our Twitter pages. I really like your designs and everything. Shout out to you. Hit the like for Voodoo. Yes. Smash those likes, fam. Yes. Shared on X. Yes. Sold the children in my basement to buy this dip. Bro, it's not even funny. Subscribed. I'm so happy. AR. Great. Fefe, the working machine, much love, but do not forget your me time. Yes, my me time is here with you guys. It's my Saturday. This is what it is. Thoughts on Jito? I don't really have one. Sol chart, we can look at. Okay, let's look at Sol. Let's look at Sol, because let's go. Let me just pull this up here. Okay, I just saw someone saying stop copying Uncle Ren talking style. I don't know what you mean, but F you. I'm not copying no one, bruv. I'm not copying no one. Okay, let's go. So, let me show you Solana. So I have something funny for you. Prep for Solana, okay? It's if I find it, it's gonna be so funny. I'm telling you. So this is Solana. I mean, I thought it was funny. Maybe it's not. You tell me. I think it was funny. Did you see this? Solana after this. Look at this. It's true. It's true. Solana held pretty freaking good and did recover pretty fast as well. So let me just stop this music here. So Solana actually had pretty well. I told you. If you watched the 100x Club, you've seen this, and I said that this level should hold. Why? Because we didn't have a pullback, so we didn't come back 50, and therefore I anticipate that this level should hold. Now from there we have about a 12% bounce, which is pretty good. Like it's pretty. Come on. It's pretty good. It's 15%. So it's a 50% bounce from there. The problem is that we need to see a break above on the total market cap. Now, it's very important before we deep dive into the coins, before we start deep diving into the coins, and before we start analyzing them. My view always is that I know a lot of people look at like 20 coins. I don't look at 20 coins. The reason why I don't do it, because one thing matters and one thing only: the total market cap. You can look at the USDT dominance, yes, that also matters. And you can look at the DXY, the dollar index, yes, that also matters. But honestly, if the total, especially in the bull market, if the total market cap is pulling what we wanted to do, and it's pulling the higher highs, and it's doing the market structure shift and reversing the trend, you basically know everything. Okay, so looking at individual coins doesn't make a lot of sense until you see a proper direction on the total market cap. Because if you do, I mean, you can make money there. Most of the time it's gambling, because the structure does not hold on these tokens if the total market cap does not play ball. And as you see here, for example, this is a very, very good example. Look at this. A Solana, or actually 𝗙𝗘𝗙𝗪 is a good example. We can look at Solana in a second, but I want to make my point here. So if you look at 𝗙𝗘𝗪 is making a new high here, which I would say this is a very strong market structure shift on the 4 hour, not on the 4 hour, but on the hourly. It's very good. We should get in on a long position. Until the total market cap does not make a new high, I'm not getting into a long position for a long term. Maybe I'm scalping on the 5-minute and the 15-minute chart, but because I'm expecting a dump on the total market cap, until I see otherwise, trading is a game of probabilities, so I have no idea what's going to happen. I can just tell you what the levels are that I'm looking for to take confirmation. Until that happens, I'm not interested. Looking into Solana, here's what I'm thinking. I think this level here in Solana should hold. Technically, it should hold, especially the fact that it held so well, as we see on this video. It really did hold very, very well. You see it's just hanging there while Bitcoin's completely gone. And that's really what it was with Solana. So if we see what I'm expecting to see, a little bit more lower, so maybe like a 10% more on the total market cap, I am not sure if Solana will hold this. Also, why I told you a second ago that there is a trend line liquidity. What is a trend line liquidity? This is a level that market makers are hunting, and lower here is still good on the daily. So I would not be surprised to see Solana down here at about $115, $110. I would not be surprised. What would be my invalidation? A high up here. So for me to take a long on Solana, I would need to see a break above 154. But again, I'm not talking about scalps, because I think it's very, very easy to get yourself wrecked on scalps. So I'm rather talking about the longer term trades. And for you to take a longer term leverage trade where you can make 300, 400, 500% in the next leg up, you need the higher time frame confirmation. And higher time frame confirmation would be to break above $154 on Solana. At least. But I do think we're going to see. I wanted to show you an example here. I will not be able to bring the video because I didn't prepare this here. But Brett, so I marked this here. I marked this as liquidity. I don't know why this is not liquidity here. But I marked this as liquidity on my show the other day, okay? And I said, Brett was up here at like 13 cents. And I said, watch out, a trendline liquidity is building up. We are going to come lower and take this trendline liquidity. After I said, you can look back on the 100x Club. After I said this, Brett dumped like 24%, 24, 25%. So this is the similar position, similar thing on Solana that I see right now. Although it happened, the Brett situation happened before the massive bleed down. So Solana held very, very nicely throughout this bleed. But again, on the higher time frame, it is building up a massive trendline liquidity. I do think that there is a possibility of Solana pulling down to the 110, 115-ish region. Unless we break above 154, I'm not interested in taking a position for a long term, okay? Why do I say long term? Because if you look at the 15-minute chart, I also posted about this. You can see we have a higher high here. You could have taken a position. Stop loss goes below here. Once you see a market structure shift, we call it here, which is a higher high, you place your stop loss down here. You could have targeted 1-to-1. It would have taken out you perfectly. You would have made 7%. Would be a great trade. But again, we want to take the larger, longer term trades. You don't want to get lost in a lower time frame because you will screw up most probably. Okay, I wanted to bring you one more here, which was 𝗙𝗧𝗏. Here's what I said on 𝗙𝗧𝗏 about it. Yeah, it was yesterday's show. Opinion. BTC. Are you serious, Kato? Are you? Oh, we didn't do BTC, did we? I don't know why. Let's do BTC. Sorry, Kato, you're a legend. Okay, anyway, I can't play it. But what I said is that we're going to see a massive bounce on 𝗙𝗧𝗏. And we do see it was down here. And I said that we have to come and reclaim. What I thought, actually, is that we're going to reclaim. Let me just delete everything here because it's some drawing here. But what I thought was going to happen is that we're going to reclaim this 0.16 so 16 cent region. We're going to reclaim and reject from here. And as you see very beautifully, what happened is that it comes up to the premium zone, as I explained to you, which is the level where institutions and smart money are selling, and it starts consolidating for hours and hours and hours. And what you see that after that, and this is also very, very interesting. I'm all for, so if you follow the 100x Club, you know, I'm all for giving education. It's not just, I can give you all the trades and then you can still screw up. It's all about education. Okay, that's what I've always been about. Very important for me to educate. So here's something that you can take away from this stream to elevate your trading. If you look at this, market makers always liquidate. As I said, you remember I said on the trend line liquidity that they always liquidate the stop losses. Here's what they do in ranges as well. So when you have a range like this, there's always a liquidation before we go on to the other direction. The reason behind this is because if you want to get in hundreds of millions of dollars worth of orders, you can't get it in if there are no sellers. And if everybody's long in, they need to make people sell. Now, if you take a long position, what would be your stop loss? Well, your stop loss is a sell, right? Because you buy the position, you buy in to long, and you sell if you want to get out of the position. So what do? You put you know, a lot of people would do like, I don't know, say like you have a triangle or you have a trend line or whatever that is, and then you, or any other indication that they use, and then they say, this is my low, I would want to put my stop loss down below the lows, and you put it down below the lows, the market maker knows that exactly, liquidates you and initiates the move to the upside. What happens usually here is that it comes back to the 50% and moves on from there. The only reason why I would be concerned playing this, again, is because of the total market cap. So that was it. And let me show you one more thing that are worth paying attention to. Oh, this is a near trade. Yeah, I just wanted to bring it here. So we had this near short, as I showed you. If Joe openings come in, if job openings come in higher 4 days ago, this is the short we took on the channel all the way down. Took a near short on here 4 days ago. Not now, but this can be a catalyst. It will definitely nuke. We don't take a lot of trades, but when we do, it kind of works out. So at least 4.8 cents that I'm looking at. So 4.8, this was the near position. It played out insanely good, actually. It went way lower than I expected. 25% dump since we took the short position. Someone sent me this, which is pretty freaking cool. Which is just, you know, it's not only about longing, it's also about shorting, and depending on what you want to do. Let me look at your coins, guys. I wanna just jump back in here a little bit. Look at cuz what's happening? Like, does the like button work? Can you please try it? Like, let me try it here, because I think it doesn't work. I think the like button just simply broken. I don't know, guys, is the like button broken? Oh, no, it actually works. Does it work for you? So why are people not liking this show? Like, you guys watching here, over 1,000 people, and nobody likes. I mean, not nobody. I'm gonna give it to these 600 people who like. There you go. You just need a little bit of encouragement. Come on, guys. Smash the like. This is all we ask. Really, really does help the algo. Helps me. It shows me there's no way for me to sit face to face with you and communicate. That little icon there shows me that you actually like this show, and I truly appreciate if you use it. It really does make a difference for me and for my mood, and for me to come here every single day and do it. Okay, let me read the comments as well. Let me jump back into my studio. We can look at the tokens. We can look at it. I'm out of underwater. Yes, Michael, that's what's up. We can look at tokens in a second. Let me just look at. I'm just looking at the comments here, but it's just a lot of token requests coming in. You know what? Let's just do token requests. I think people want to see token requests. That's what we should do. So let's jump into the tokens. Thank you, guys. 650. That's what I'm saying. Just a little bit of encouragement really, really helps me, and I'm really, really, really happy to see this. Okay. Let's go. We have another 10 minutes. Let's get this ready. Let's get this done. Okay. Tia. Let's go. I'm just going to randomly pick the tokens. By the way, guys, I use Blowfin. Because if you see here, not a lot of coins show up. And the reason is because I search for Blowfin. The reason why I search for Blowfin, because first of all, I truly only trade on Bluefin. The only time I trade on different accounts if we have a competition or something, but I don't like competitions. But I trade on Bluefin. You have a link here. I want you to try this exchange. It's a non-KYC, non-custodial, meaning they don't keep your funds. It's a third-party custodian. It can't pull an FTX. And it's available worldwide. So you don't have to KYC. It's 2 seconds to sign up. And if you use my link down here, you get an airdrop as well. That's still not, the snapshot is still not taken. If you sign up today, you get baked and gummy airdrop all at once. But the reason why I want you to sign up is because I want you to try this exchange. I promise you, it's one of the best exchanges you've used. It's non-KYC, available even in the United States. Yes, even in the United States, except New York, because New York is lost from this perspective, but that's what it is. So I searched for 𝗙𝗢𝗙𝗙. Let's look at 𝗙𝗢𝗙. He's here. Same scenario, look at 𝗙𝗢𝗙. So what I see here, always start my analysis on a higher time frame, yeah? So if you look at this as a spot buy, if you're not buying 𝗙𝗢𝗙 here, I think you are making a mistake, okay? But other than that, if you want to take a trade, what I'm looking at is a high formation on the 4 hour. Now you see this. The only problem is that although we have this massive liquidation and on the 1 hour, this seems like a very proper high. And for a scalp trade, this is probably a great option, but the total market cap still didn't make a high. What I'm looking for is, let me just look through here. I would mark this as the high, and I would actually mark this as the low, even though we didn't come back 50. But if we would wait it for this high here, we would wait for a long time. So we can't wait for that. What I need to see, though, I need to see a break at least above this level, above the $6 mark. If we do see that, I would wait for the 60% retrace and then take a position there. Potentially something like this. I would take the big stop loss. I would match my risk management to that, because you're not looking at a couple of percent here. You're looking at new all-time highs, as I said, and it's a 200-300% trade, and I do believe that it is coming. So even though you have a 25% stop loss, that only means that you have to calculate the leverage correctly and your risk correctly. I actually made a complete video on Banter about it, so just you can search for risk and then you can find it there. 𝗙𝗢𝗙. Someone was asking if I think 𝗙𝗢𝗙 is dead. Well, let's look at it. 𝗙𝗢𝗙𝗙𝗙. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna like. Here's my problem with 𝗙𝗢𝗙. Why? Like, other than the cults, like what? I'm serious. I'm being, my cousin is laughing here. I'm being genuinely serious. Like, just why? Like, can someone tell me why? Like, just what? Someone saying 𝗙𝗢𝗙 is for 2021 hours. Like, I know Deal got picked by the 𝗙𝗢𝗙 girls. I don't want that to happen, so I'm not hating on this coin. I'm just genuinely asking, like, why? Like, why? But I mean, if you guys want me to analyze 𝗙𝗢𝗙, we can look at it. But why? Okay, anyway, I need to see, what a surprise, a high above this level. I do think that we're gonna reject here and it's gonna go to 0. No, I'm not saying it's gonna. Oh, the heat I'm gonna get for this. Anyway, so I do think it's coming back for 50 here. It's coming back to the premium zone. It's probably gonna come up above 36 cents and then just potentially reject from there and go lower with the total market cap. But it might not even just come back there. It might just reject from anywhere here. But that's my thoughts on 𝗙𝗢𝗙 2024 class. That's great. Airwave, yes, please. I wanted to look at AR as well. I've been out a bit. I haven't looked at the charts today, so this is my first time looking at these charts. Let me look. What did I mark here? Oh, what's happening? Whoa. You see the same thing. Look what I don't know when I did this. May. I did it in May. I don't know why this stayed here. It's weird. Probably I was just explaining something. But the same thing I explained. You have a trend line liquidity building up here. You see? You have a trend line liquidity building up here. And then what did I say? Discount. It has to come back to the discount. What do we look for after it came back to the discount? You're looking for a higher high. Did you get the higher high? Well, what's the market structure? You have a high here. You have a low here. You have a high here. You have a low here. High, low, high, low, high, low. This here is not considered a higher high. Why? Because there is no 50% retrace. Everything I've drafted now is only the internal structure. So the only way to take this, you could have taken this, by the way. So if you said, okay, let's say that this is a higher high here, on a lower time frame, you could have traded it from the 50% level. You could have pulled it from the bottom. You could have looked at this. Your entry would have been around the 50% mark. Stop loss down here, and you would have targeted 1-to-1. Let me see what it would give me. you would have been out here. It would have taken you out well, but it's not the main reversal. Why did this not reverse? Other than the fact that there was no proper 50% pullback before, because the total market cap didn't reverse either. So that's the same that I was explaining with 𝗙𝗧𝗙𝗧 here, is that it doesn't matter if 𝗙𝗧𝗙𝗧 made a high here. It doesn't matter if the total market cap doesn't follow. It doesn't matter. Look here. We made a high here. Very nice. You took this trade, but what happened? Another 25% down. So I do believe AR has something absolutely incredible going. I do believe it's gonna have a massive long opportunity, but I do need to see a higher high on the daily chart on the total to start long in this, even on a lower time frame. If I see a higher high on the total market cap, I'm gonna look at the lower time frame here and get my position in. I'll definitely keep you updated on Twitter, which, by the way, you should follow, and also subscribe this channel if you like this content. And most importantly, you know what I'm gonna say. You know what I'm gonna say. Do you? Like. Tap the like button. Okay, so that's my thoughts on AR. Obviously, this is the high here. This is the high here between 27, 29. This is what I would expect. I'd expect us to come back 50, reject, make a new low, and that's the way. That's when we gonna long. Let me look at RNDR. Look at this, for example. Very good example. I don't know what, did we take this trade? 12%, what was it? End of June. I'm pretty confident we didn't take this trade. Why was it here? Hold on a second. So see, this is a very good example. Look at this as well. So it's building up this liquidity here. I don't know why, probably I was explaining something. Anyway, so it's building up this liquidity here. What you want to see is a high break. What's the high here? This is the high. And this is actually a very beautiful market structure. Look at this. So you have a high here, you have a low here, and you have a 50% retrace. So this is a proper high. And then you have a low, and then you have a high, and then you have this marked all the way out. So low, high, and you have to have a high break before you start longing. But you didn't have that. What is the range here? This is the range. Did we break below the range? Yes. What is the high that caused the range break? It's up here. Technically, I would need a break above that level for me to confirm a potential reversal. Rune. Same thing here, exact same thing. I was marking this. So when we took all this liquidity, I was like, we have to reverse from here, but we didn't see a higher high. So there is no reversal. We came back 50, as you guessed it. Look at this, beautifully. Feel the 50. And then we're just waiting, literally just waiting. That's all we do. We need to see a 50% reversal and then a rejection. Also very important, guys, before I proceed further, and then we're going to cut this show soon, is that you as a trader, I think we're going to cut it here and just want to leave a final thought. You as a trader, the most important thing to do is to trade with, one of the most important, there's a lot of important things, but to trade with the trend, okay? Trade with the trend. And when you trade with the trend, that means that you don't go against a direction of the market. The market is clearly in a downtrend. I mean, you can, if someone tells me that we're in an uptrend, I don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry that that's what you think. But like, it's in a higher time frame, daily, weekly. Sure, we are in an uptrend because, like, if you look at the weekly, obviously it's in an uptrend, right? We're making a new high here, then we're coming back for a pullback, then we're gonna make a high, and we're coming back for a pullback. I agree. But if you look at it on the internal structure, even on the daily, or even if you're 4 hour, if you look at this, this is not bullish. This is a downtrend. The only way to confirm that you can take a long position against the trend, no, actually, that's the thing. You wouldn't trade against the trend because you wait for the trend to change on the 4 hour structure. And when you see that change, that's when you can start taking long positions. Until then, I'm gonna short this. The reason why I don't advise you on anything, but the reason why I don't recommend you short it is because you have to be on the charts at all times. Shorting here probably is a mistake if you don't know what you're doing. The reason why I'm gonna short it is because I know how to take lower time from confirmations. I know how to close the position based on liquidity concepts and much more. So that's why I'm going to short. But I think the only thing I would do if I were you is to wait. To wait for that $1.85 trillion on the total market cap to be hit, or the 2.3 trillion to be hit as well, and create a new direction. Traders need direction to be able to trade, and we don't have direction now, or the internal direction is down. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Please, I want you to, and it's not gonna be, don't go. It's not gonna be like the show and subscribe to the channel, although you should really do that. You should like the channel and, like do all that. Anyway, what I want you to do is please let me know in the chat. Please let me know in the chat if you liked and enjoyed the show. Because if you did, I might consider doing this a regular. I might consider coming back here every Saturday and doing this instead of doing a pre-record show. We're gonna put the pre-record during the week, and we're gonna do this here on the channel. Please, please, please let me know in the comment section if you did like this show. And yeah, I'm truly, truly, truly happy and grateful to be to be here with all of you. So he's saying, do it, always, love it. Smash the like 13 times. That's good. Good show. I loved it. Great show, bruv. I'm so happy. Oh, so many comments coming in, guys. So many, so many. So he's saying that's a new personal record. Riff, please. We can look at it later. Much better than pre-record. I'm so happy you like it. Good show. Live was cool. Yes, 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 yes. Love the show. I'm so happy, guys. I love you back. I'm truly grateful for you coming here and spending your Saturday with me. Please remember to follow me on X. You can see it here as well, but there's a link in the description. And also subscribe to the 100X Club, which you can see here on my pretty beautiful background. And also the ticker is 𝗙𝗘𝗙𝗙. Don't forget that. Other than that, I never want to leave. You know, I never want to cut this show. We should just keep it going. Like, we should just talk and just have fun. I love being here with you. That's why I'm doing lives every single day on 100X Club. Guys, thank you so much. Come back, Fefe. I will come back. I will come back. I will come back. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. George, I'm so sorry. I still didn't put the stream deck in, and we don't have the proper... I'm so sorry about this. Much love to you, fam. The end screen coming. Much love. Thanks a lot, and see you in the next one. Take care.